The Creator is my source. I cannot see apart from Him. It's David. Welcome to today's lesson, which is a continuation of the last lesson. As you can see, perception, let's get into a discussion. Perception is not an attribute of God. In other words, the source does not perceive. His is the realm of knowledge. Yet he has created the Holy Spirit as the mediator between perception and knowledge. In other words, the higher mind, the higher self. Okay? Is a mediator between perception and knowledge, because we've discussed knowledge already. We said that knowledge is whole, perception is partial. Therefore, in other words, look, there's a saying that, the Creator is everywhere. What is it? Omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscience. So omnipresent, present everywhere. Okay. So you could say the Creator has full knowledge of all life at one go. Therefore, perception is actually a ridiculous concept, because perception is about like seeing a little bit now, a little bit later, a little bit later, a little bit later. So in fact, time, space, perception are totally meaningless to the Creator. Right, so now let's go back to the reading. Yet he has created the Holy Spirit, the higher self, higher mind, as the mediator between perception and knowledge. Without this link with God, perception would have replaced knowledge forever in your mind. In other words, the Holy Spirit is extremely crucial. With this link with God, this link being the Holy Spirit or higher self or higher mind, perception will become so changed and purified that it will lead to knowledge. In other words, it will lead you back home. That is its function as the Holy Spirit sees it. In other words, the Holy Spirit sees perception, or rather assigns to perception the function of leading you back home. Okay? Therefore, that is its function in truth. In other words, although perception is an error, the Holy Spirit uses it to lead you back home, so that all things then happen for the good of, that saying that all things happen for a reason, all things happen for the good. I'm sorry about that sound. I think something just fell outside. So in any case, let's continue. In God you cannot see. Perception has no function in God and does not exist. Yet in salvation, which is the undoing of what never was, perception has a mighty purpose. In salvation, which is the undoing of what never was, perception has a mighty purpose. Made by the Son of God for an unholy purpose, it must become the means for the restoration of His holiness to His awareness. In other words, the Creator did not make perception. Perception was born out of the belief in the idea that the mind of separation, but now it is being used as the very vehicle that will bring you back home. Okay. Perception has no meaning, yet does the Holy Spirit give it a meaning very close to God's. Healed perception becomes the means by which the Son of God forgives his brother, and thus forgives himself. And this is a remark of my own. In other words, all things work together for good, and everything is used to take you back home. Just to kind of like summarize that. Okay? You cannot see apart from God because you cannot be apart from God. You see? Your very nature is that you and your Creator are one. So the minute you entertain the idea, the illusion, when you believe that you're separate from God, then all functions that are part of that package cease to not be experienced by you, including vision. So vision, you understand, the minute you buy into the illusion of separation, vision is one of the things you lose. And then you adopt this new thing you called looking with your eyes, but that's not vision, that's like projection. whatever you do in Him, because whatever you think with His mind. If vision is real, and it is real to the extent to which it shares the Holy Spirit's purpose, the higher mind's purpose, then you cannot see apart from God. So I think that was another short discussion. It was just to explain the lesson. Now please go ahead and do the lesson below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lesson.